In every success story, self-discipline has always been a hot topic for discussion. But what is self-discipline? And why do most successful individuals attribute their success to it? Self-discipline is the assertion of willpower over basic desires. Being disciplined means that you do tasks exactly when they are supposed to be completed. It entails sticking to your word and being true to yourself. Simply stated, self-discipline can be associated with self-control. In today's video, I'll show you how to develop unbreakable self-discipline using 5 simple rules that can instantly apply to your life. And these aren't simply random statements or advice that won't make a difference in your life, but they are tips that will transform your life if you practice them correctly. Welcome to Thrive-tastic. If you're new here, why not hit that subscribe button and join our community? And as always guys, give this video a thumbs up for that YouTube algorithm. So why is self-discipline important? As I have said in the beginning of this video, self-discipline has always accompanied most successful individuals' road to greatness. Before we dig deeper into discussion about self-discipline, let's first discuss success. By definition, success is the accomplishment of an aim or purpose. In short, you're considered to be successful when you have achieved your goals or purpose in life. However, to do this, you need to work for it. You need to exert effort in achieving them. This is where self-discipline comes in. Without self-discipline, you probably won't be able to put in any work and you'll just end up procrastinating. Being able to delay gratification and resist short temptations is important if you want to be a successful person. Now, there is a significant distinction between being disciplined and being self-disciplined, and it all comes down to willpower. For example, why do you believe that working out with a personal trainer is far more effective than working out alone when losing weight? Yes, they may correct some of your mistakes and show you new techniques, but the most important aspect is motivation and accountability. There's a huge difference between working out on your own and working out with a trainer. Trainers instruct you on what to do, tell you what you're doing wrong and ways to correct them, as well as on how to stay motivated. However, when you are self-trained, nobody would be telling you what to do and when to do it. Now here's the question. Who between the two would be more self-disciplined? The one with a trainer or the one working out on their own? Obviously the latter. The only person that is holding him accountable is himself, while the other person has a trainer that follows him every step of the way. Being self-disciplined means that you will show up, do the work, and do it as you promised. It also implies having good habits, which is significant for behavior change strategies since habitual behaviors are triggered spontaneously and hence are more likely to be sustained. At this point, you might think that you're not self-disciplined. Well, you're in luck, since self-discipline is a skill. It means that even if you're starting from scratch, you can still learn and master it. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can develop self-discipline in order for you to reach your goals faster and live a healthier and more productive life. Let's get into it right now with the 5 rules to be successful and build unbreakable self-discipline. Rule number 1. Eliminate temptations. The first logical step is to eliminate everything that is keeping you from doing what you're supposed to do. You see, our brain is designed in a way to avoid any type of difficulty, discomfort, or effort. So between working and watching Netflix, we tend to choose Netflix over working because it's more convenient and it gives immediate gratification. However, it all becomes a lot easier if you don't have anything else to do except work. In this example, what you can do is cancel your subscription to Netflix. This can be applied to a wide range of situations. For example, you're always tempted to check your Instagram feed during working hours. To prevent this from happening over and over again, you can uninstall the Instagram altogether. Now, this might sound a little over the top, and I get that. So instead of uninstalling all your social media applications and dumping away your TV, here's something else you can do. Make procrastinating inconvenient. If you work from home and have a desk that is 3 feet from your couch, it's incredibly easy for you to become distracted. Take a quick break, and then spend the rest of the day eating worthless snacks and watching pointless stuff. Does this ring a bell? However, if you work from your local public library, you will find it much more difficult to procrastinate because you are in a serene setting with little to no distractions, and you won't be distracted by your fridge on the left nor your couch on the right. This means that if you really want to take one of those quick breaks, you'll have to go all the way back home, and that's inconvenient. Rule number 2. Don't wait for the right mood. Let's all be honest here. We all have that moment when we postpone work just because we don't feel like it. And I tell you, you'll probably never feel like it. Even if you do, you'll start working and then quit after 10 minutes since you won't be in the right mood anymore. As I have said, our brain is not designed for productivity. It was designed to seek immediate gratification. This is why you shouldn't wait for the right moment to act. You should just go and do it now. Here's a tip that will help you. The 3-second rule. It's very easy. Every time you procrastinate in doing something, count to 3 and do it. Don't worry, don't overthink it. Just do it. Do you have to get up and study? 1, 2, 3, and you're doing it. Do you have to get out of bed? 1, 2, 3, it's done. The key here is not to think about it. So don't just take your time contemplating about something, just act on it right away. Are you gaining some useful knowledge? Are you ready to transform your life by practicing discipline? Tell me what you think in the comment section down below. Here in Thrivetastic, your opinion matters. Rule number 3. Properly set achievable goals. Goal setting is also a skill that will help you get things done faster. Setting a realistically ambitious goal will help you envision where you want to go in life. A famous entrepreneur always says, if you know exactly the steps to reach your goal, the goal's too small. Specific and challenging goals, according to studies on goal setting and task performance, lead to greater performance than simple goals. Do your best goals or no goals. When goals are clear and sufficiently hard, they are most likely to boost task performance. As a result, even if you don't achieve it, you'll still be more productive. A good goal is one that is possible but not too small. Otherwise, you will feel as though you are wasting your potential. You should also set a deadline for your goal. A solid deadline will aid your efficiency and effectiveness, particularly if you hold yourself accountable. A few years ago, a friend of mine was working on a business proposal presentation. This was a very complex project for him and took him a very long time to put everything together. It was a one-man show. He'd been working on it for a few weeks when he came to the realization that he wasn't getting far. During one of their meetings, he suddenly declares that the presentation will be ready in just a few days. That meant a lot of work in a very short period of time. A few days later, after a few sleepless nights, he successfully finished the presentation in time. What I'm trying to say is, when people hold you accountable, you're more likely to get things done. Rule number 4. Think long-term. As Abraham Lincoln stated, the best way to predict the future is to create it. What differentiates successful people from unsuccessful ones is that successful people take action. They don't complain if they don't like something. Instead, they exert effort to change it into something that is favorable to them. So, ask yourself the following questions. What are you doing right now to improve your life? What does your future look like 3, 5, and 10 years from now, based on your present actions and thoughts? As soon as you grasp the image of your future, you'll realize that everything you do today will have a tremendous impact on the person you will become tomorrow. And this is the best way to encourage yourself to do what you need to do, even if you, quote-unquote, don't feel like it. Rule number 5. Progressively build a productive routine. Start small. Change will not happen overnight. When I first became serious about my health and began exercising, which included going to the gym and running, I totally hated it. It was difficult, exhausting, and at times painful. I honestly considered quitting after the first 3 days. But something inside me urged me to keep going, so I persevered. The first few weeks were difficult and were draining, but something strange happened. I didn't expect it, but I began to enjoy working out and coming to the gym. I was looking forward to it, and I began to realize that my days were becoming more productive. And I was able to finish more exercise routines than before. I felt more energized, my stamina has increased, and I was starting to look much better. Grand results take time, but with small, consistent actions, you can achieve them. To start with, get up at the same time every day and have a detailed routine for the day. Make your bed as soon as you wake up. You might think that this is unnecessary to your productivity. However, this is a great start of small victories and a fantastic way to get the ball rolling. It's been established that making your bed first thing in the morning boosts motivation, effectiveness, and efficiency throughout the day. To get started on how you're going to build your routine, start by selecting areas where you'd like to see improvements in your habits. You may build a list and categorize each everyday activity into good, neutral, and negative activities. Positive activities include things like sending crucial emails, doing research, working, exercising, etc. These are activities that have a direct impact on your goals. Negative activities, on the other hand, lead you away from your goals, like spending time with negative people, maintaining unhealthy behavior, etc. While neutral activities are those that consume your time but do not have much of an impact on your goals, like being stuck in traffic or mindlessly watching television. Once you made your list, you can start thinking about how you're going to improve your routine. All negative and neutral activities should be eliminated at this point. If that's not possible, consider asking yourself, how can I transform negative and neutral activities into positive ones? Instead of grumbling and complaining about being stuck in traffic, you could listen to a podcast or an audiobook. The 21-90 rule. According to this rule, it takes about 21 days to create a habit, 66 days to ingrain a habit, and 90 days to form a lifestyle. This means that if you resolve yourself to doing something for 21 days consecutively, it will most likely start to become a habit. But if you stick with it for 66 days, it will certainly become a habit. And if you do the same thing every day for 90 days, it will become a lifestyle and a part of your daily routine. That something might be anything that changes your routine and improves your life. For instance, you want to meditate as soon as you wake up. Wake up the same time every day or work out daily for 30 minutes. However, is this rule actually effective? Things aren't that simple. According to a research done by Philippa Lally in 2009, for the 96 individuals that participated in this study, and it took them anything from 18 to 254 days to form a new habit. These outcomes are confusing. So how much time does it actually take? Well, it all depends on you. It should take no more than 30 days in theory. However, several circumstances come into play. This isn't to say that you shouldn't use the 21-90 rule. It just means that you shouldn't take it as an absolute truth and just stick on doing the same thing every day. Every day, remember to practice willpower by doing things you don't want to do. Success is a process, not an event, and it can only be attained through hard work and discipline. And that's it for today's video. Thank you for watching this Thrive-tastic video. If you found it valuable, consider subscribing to our channel and joining our awesome community. And if you're still hungry for more, we handpicked this awesome Thrive-tastic video for you to watch next. 7 Truths the Bank Won't Tell You About Money.